Imagine this. A storm is raging outside. The wind howls and rain beats down. You might feel scared, but what if you had a safe place to go? A place underground, strong and secure? This is where a basement shelter comes in. Basements are naturally strong. They are built below ground, which protects them. They can be reinforced to withstand even the worst disasters. Earthquakes, tornadoes, and floods are less scary when you have a well-built basement. Basements also offer something else: peace of mind. Knowing you have a safe haven can ease anxiety. It can make facing uncertain times a little easier. This is especially important for families. But remember, not all basements are created equal. Building a proper shelter takes careful planning and construction. Let's explore the key elements that make a basement a true safe haven. Building a resilient basement shelter starts with a good design. This means thinking about safety and security from the very beginning. First, the structure must be strong. Reinforced concrete walls and ceilings are ideal. They can resist extreme pressure and impacts. Steel beams provide extra support. Next, consider waterproofing. Basements are naturally susceptible to moisture. A waterproof membrane applied to the exterior walls is essential. Proper drainage systems are also crucial to keep water away from the foundation. Finally, think about access and escape. A well-designed shelter should have at least 2 ways to get in and out. This could be an interior staircase and an exterior hatch. In case of emergency, multiple exits are vital. Constructing a basement shelter is a multi-step process. It demands careful attention to detail. Excavation is the first step. The area for the basement needs to be dug out. The depth will depend on the design and local regulations. The soil must be compacted to create a stable base. Next comes the foundation. This is the base upon which the shelter is built. It needs to be level and strong. Concrete footings and walls are common choices. Waterproofing is crucial. A waterproof membrane is applied to the exterior walls. This prevents water from seeping in. A drainage system around the foundation directs water away from the shelter. Finally, the walls and ceiling are built. These can be made of concrete, cinder blocks, or other sturdy materials. Remember, a well-built shelter should feel safe and secure. A basement shelter can protect you from the elements, but it also needs to provide fresh air and water. An air filtration system is a must. This removes dust, smoke, and other harmful particles from the air. Look for a system with a HEPA filter. It can remove even the smallest particles. Ventilation is also key. Stale air needs to be replaced with fresh air. An air exchanger can do this. It brings in fresh air and exhausts stale air. Water storage is another consideration. Store enough potable water for at least 72 hours per person. Consider a water filtration system. It can purify water from other sources, like rainwater. Remember, a comfortable environment is essential for long-term shelter occupancy. Clean air and water are non-negotiable. Section 5. Emergency Essentials. Stocking up for long-term survival. A basement shelter is only as good as the supplies it holds. Stocking up on essentials is crucial for long-term survival. Food and water are top priorities. Store non-perishable food items that require minimal cooking. Canned goods, dried fruits, and nuts are good choices. Remember to rotate your supplies regularly. First aid supplies are essential. A well-stocked first aid kit should include bandages, antiseptics, pain relievers, and other medical necessities. Consider a first aid manual for guidance. Tools and equipment are also important. A wrench, hammer, and other basic tools can be invaluable in an emergency. A hand crank weather radio provides access to information. Don't forget sanitation supplies. Toilet paper, hand sanitizer, and waste disposal bags are essential for maintaining hygiene and preventing the spread of germs. Section 6. Staying sane in a crisis. Mental health in confinement. Being confined to a shelter for an extended period can take a toll on mental health. It's important to address the psychological aspects of long-term shelter living. Create a comfortable and inviting space. Bring in personal items like books, games, and photos. These can provide comfort and distraction. Establish a routine. This can help maintain a sense of normalcy. Set specific times for meals, activities, and sleep. Structure can reduce anxiety. Communication is key. Encourage open and honest conversations about feelings. Support each other and acknowledge the challenges of the situation. Remember, mental well-being is as important as physical well-being. Take steps to create a positive and supportive environment within your shelter. Section 7. Playing by the rules, permits, and regulations. Building a basement shelter often requires obtaining permits. Local building codes and regulations vary. It's crucial to understand and comply with these requirements. Contact your local building department. They can provide information about specific permits needed. They can also advise on zoning regulations and safety standards. Green building codes are becoming increasingly common. These codes promote energy efficiency and sustainable building practices. Consider incorporating green features into your shelter design. Obtaining permits might seem like a hassle, but it ensures your shelter meets safety standards. It also prevents potential legal issues down the road. Section 8. The price of protection. Budgeting your basement shelter. Building a basement shelter requires a financial investment. The cost can vary depending on size, materials, and labor. Start by setting a budget. Determine how much you can realistically afford to spend. Factor in the cost of materials, labor, and permits. Consider cost-effective options. Using readily available materials can help reduce expenses. Opting for DIY construction for some aspects can also save money. Remember, a basement shelter is an investment in your safety and peace of mind. While it involves an upfront cost, it provides long-term value. Section 9. Lessons learned. Real-world examples of success. Real-world examples highlight the effectiveness of well-built basement shelters. They offer valuable lessons for those considering such a project. In tornado-prone areas, basement shelters have saved countless lives. During a tornado, seeking refuge in a properly built shelter can mean the difference between life and death. Communities in flood zones have also benefited from basement shelters. Elevated shelters provide safe havens during floods, protecting residents and their belongings. These examples demonstrate the life-saving potential of basement shelters. They underscore the importance of careful planning, construction, and preparedness. Section 10. Keeping your shelter ready. Maintenance and preparedness. Building a basement shelter is a significant step, but it's equally important to maintain it and keep it ready for emergencies. Regular inspections are crucial. Check for any signs of water damage, cracks, or other issues. Address any problems promptly to prevent further damage. Test your systems. Run your air filtration system and ventilation regularly. Check the batteries in your smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. Practice using your shelter. Conduct drills with your family to familiarize everyone with the shelter and its procedures. This helps reduce anxiety in a real emergency. Remember, a well-maintained shelter is a reliable shelter. By staying vigilant and prepared, you can ensure your shelter is ready when you need it most. Section 11. Peace of mind underground. Investing in your family's future. Building a resilient basement shelter is an investment. It's an investment in your family's safety, security, and well-being. It provides peace of mind in an increasingly uncertain world. Imagine this. A storm rages outside, but inside your shelter, you feel safe. Your family is gathered together. You have food, water, and everything you need. This is the peace of mind that a well-built shelter can provide. While we hope we never face such situations, it's always better to be prepared. A basement shelter offers a safe haven. It's a testament to your commitment to protecting what matters most.